Here, what are you eating? What the hell could you have possibly gotten over here that's edible? Oh, she's eating the bees.
Eating what?
She's eating the bees.
Bees?
The bees. She's eating. She's gonna eat it. She's about to try to eat a fucking live one. I'm interested to see how that goes. All right, so I've gotten the carbs down to what is basically bare metal. I want to run it through the parts cleaner and probably soak it in some Chem Dip, but I don't want to do that with all the rubber parts on there. And if you're wondering, yeah, I kind of know where that stuff goes back together and how it goes back together, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Right now, you can see, especially this one's kind of a lot more dirty than the others, and I don't know why. But regardless, and this one also smells the worst. I think there was just gas left over in this one. I don't know. But regardless, about to put it through the parts washer. This is how they look now, and we'll see how they look after in probably a couple days. All right, so I got some loose ends like bolts and stuff in this little jewelry cream. I got some loose bolts, or sorry, I've got some loose screws that hold the carb bowls on and then these tops on. In here, they're a little rusty. In there is not water, it's actually pure distilled vinegar. I bought a couple bottles a while ago. And so that's in this thing, harmonic cleaner, just for jewelry. That's about the only thing that'll fit in there. And then in this mixture, the carb bowls are in there right now. That's probably like 90% Coke, 10% vinegar mix. I have some loose parts of the carbs over here, stuff that I'm not going to clean or stuff that I'm just outright going to replace, like a lot of these brass fittings. The rubber pieces are actually still good and rubbery, which is nice. So I'll probably reuse a lot of those. The bowls, or I'm sorry, the floats, I think I can definitely use those. I'll just clean them up a little bit. I'm trying different methods with cleaning the actual carbs, and I'm sorry, we have a light out in here, so it's a little dark. But you can see actually they're coming along pretty nicely. In this parts cleaner is actually purple powder. It's a 1-to-1 mix with water, and it does a decent job. But the only complaint I have is it's leaving white residue, and I don't know if that's because it's kind of being mixed with this Kim dip that I'm using. You can see I have one of the carbs in there right now, the carb body, and of course I've taken all the rubber parts out of here. I've taken all the brass, or all the brass parts I can take out of there, obviously. So there's no rubber in there, but I'm just kind of experimenting, seeing what works best. But yeah, so more or less everything's coming along great. It's all cleaned up pretty nice. Again, as you can see, with the little light that's over here, you can see the carbs are actually turning out pretty good. The number 2 carb had they didn't have gas in it, but it was the one out of all of 4 of them that smelled like old gas. And there was some greenish residue, and you can kind of still see some of that on the inside. I'm pretty sure that's the number 2 carb. So, yeah, I'll probably need to clean that one a bit more. But let's see if I can find any of this white residue I'm talking about. But, yeah, I think I washed most of these off pretty decently. I don't know what's leaving the residue. I really have no clue. But that's really the only reason I busted out the Coke and vinegar, is because I didn't want that residue. And also I'm just kind of trying to see what works. It very well might be this stuff. It's kind of old. So we'll see what happens. It is very slimy, so I will need to wash it off with water after it comes out. But overall, everything's coming good with the carbs. And I'm going to order a rebuild kit, as well as some other parts for it. Like, I don't think I'm going to reuse these bits. They're fine, but they're just a little bit stiffer than I think they should be. So I might go ahead and order some other parts to fix that. But overall, everything's good and should be reusable for the most part. I'm gonna go ahead and order new jets, all that sort of stuff, all the brass fittings and all that. So, and new needle. I'm gonna reset those because these are actually, you can see it's off to one side and it's kind of bent a little bit. So, and they're all like that. I don't know if that was something I did. I don't know if that's something that's adjustable, but it's going to come with the rebuild kit anyway, so might as well replace them. Slides look good overall from what I can tell. And yeah, so we'll see how these carbs turn out once they're all cleaned. Alright, so I haven't ordered the rebuild kit for the petcock. I need to. As far as the carbs go, they're mostly cleaned off and good. I got another one of those fuel lines coming, so I'll have 5 feet total to work with. I think what I'm going to do as far as jetting, I got some seat pins I'm probably going to put on today. I got the accelerator pump rebuild kit. I got 1 gasket set. I need 3 more, waiting on those. And then I got some more fixins here to replace the stock ones with something a little bit better, in my opinion. So what I've decided is I'm going to go on the main jet, I'm going to go 110, and on the pilot jet, I'm going to go 17.5. You can tell the stock size is 102. This is from the B model, the KZ650B model. And then I also have a 102 for some reason. And then for some fucking weird ass reason, I have 90s, which I've dropped 2 of, and I don't know where they are anymore, but they're somewhere down there. So yeah, I'll be going to 110 main and 17 pilot, and that should be good for pods in a 4-into-1 header, 4-into-1 pipe. So we'll see how that goes, but I'm waiting on the rest of the rebuild stuff to get here before I actually go ahead and start putting everything back together. But in the meantime, I'll probably start, I think I can reconnect the carbs together now, so I'll probably be doing that.